We got another episode of Raw, and this is peak storytelling, man. WrestleMania 40 build was so good, it's still a huge part of WWE television. Rollins tried to play the bigger man with his morals. Don't you dare sell your soul to The Rock. With Cody responding, your soul is already compromised. And the way they just stayed silent after talking about everything they've been through. Man, these two are truly wrestling soulmates, right? I quite like this episode, man. I'm confused why wrestling on Raw is so much better than on SmackDown. Like, I was having so much fun watching these matches. Yes, even Tozawa versus Gunter. Especially Tozawa versus Gunter. I mean, Tozawa had a chance. Austin Theory face turn tease, Punk cooking Logan, great Cody and Rollins segment, Braun Breaker is the effing man, and of course new WWE Women's Tag Team Champions. What a banger, by the way. Whoever worked on this match deserves a raise. I mean, they absolutely nailed the drama in this match. The crowd were so into it. And that's what's so weird about Monday Night Raw lately, is that a lot of these matches, especially the main events, feel like pay-per-view level matches. And SmackDown is so different, man. Like, I keep complaining every week. Well, in the main event of SmackDown, we're getting a random ass match that doesn't even matter. It's like these shows are being run by different people. So people, let's talk about Raw. Logan Paul enters a lot of boos. He calls the crowd peasants. He brags about beating Rey Mysterio and claims he'll win the Elimination Chamber match, then defeat Cody Rhodes and become the face of WWE. CM Punk interrupts, obviously a huge pop, and he is unimpressed with Paul. Paul accuses Punk of being jealous, and CM Punk fires back by calling Logan Paul a loudmouth with no substance. The fans deserve better. I really like this segment because CM Punk was kind of acknowledging the actual reasons why we hate Logan Paul, we dislike Logan Paul, you know, not the character or the actual person. One of these days Punk will have to say, at least I can travel to Japan. Logan Paul mocks CM Punk's injury and says, one day these people will be chanting my name. Punk dismisses Paul as a flash in the pan and vows to eliminate him at Elimination Chamber, and Logan Paul actually slaps CM Punk in the head. Punk says, you better run right now because you won't be able to inside the Elimination Chamber. Lovely stuff, man, but it got me thinking. CM Punk is not winning the Elimination Chamber match. I would say we're probably getting Logan Paul versus CM Punk at WrestleMania. I don't hate the idea, but that means CM Punk is not main eventing, which kinda sucks. Anyway, we have WrestleMania 42. But also, what about Paul Heyman's favor? It's almost clear we gotta get Roman Reigns and CM Punk in the same match at WrestleMania, unless the favor is going to play a big part later after WrestleMania. I'm not sure. They're also teasing Logan Paul versus AJ Styles. And don't get me wrong, people, I'm not complaining. I love this. I love the unpredictability. That's what made WrestleMania 40 so special. We had no idea what's gonna happen. More drama in the Judgment Day. Obviously, they want new members, and Finn Balor disagrees. Obviously, the biggest talking point is it possibly Aleister Black? I feel like that is a decent idea, but it needs to be a big story because the Judgment Day are just kind of there. I don't know, maybe they suffered from overexposure, but the faction just doesn't excite me anymore. We got a very cool triple threat match between Ludwig Kaiser, Penta, and Pete Dunne. It's almost hard to review this episode because every match was so entertaining to watch, and that's what I appreciate so far about Raw on Netflix. Maybe they're trying more. I don't know what it is about this show, but it's so much more fun to watch than SmackDown. Like, this was an absolute banger. And this was the first match of Monday Night Raw. Very surprising finish though, because Ludwig Kaiser actually won. Obviously by protecting Penta, he was not pinned in this match, but correct me if I'm wrong, this is the first time he actually lost a match in the WWE if we're not counting the Royal Rumble match. So that is a big deal. Ludwig deserves it, absolutely. Very good heel, can't stand this fucking guy. You can tell WWE have high hopes for him. And let's not overreact. Penta is not getting buried or losing his push. I mean, the amount of money they're spending on his entrance alone, people. The amount of money they're spending on his entrance alone. Cool heel promo work by The New Day, and we jump into LWO versus The New Day, which made me realize I want to see these two more on my television. I'm talking about the LWO. You know, we mostly see Rey Mysterio and these two just standing watching the match, but they're really, really entertaining, and it was a bit of a reminder to me. Now, this was a pretty predictable match. The New Day picked up the W as expected. We got Dragon Lee with the save, but that didn't work out. Absolutely the right result. Obviously, The New Day are doing a great job as heels right now, and, you know, picking up some W's. They're finally getting that momentum. But all I'm saying is, LWO are pretty cool. Wish we would see them more on television. We got a Gunter promo and he sarcastically says, the crowd is excited to see the greatest wrestler compete. He didn't like the idea of facing Jey Uso, but now he sees it as a chance to end the Yeet circus. And now he got to handpick his opponent, Akira Tozawa, because Akira reminds him a lot of Jey Uso, all about dancing, you know, not taking wrestling seriously. So we got the match. I was expecting a squash. I mean, we all thought that's gonna happen. We all thought Akira Tozawa is going to beat the living shit out of Gunter. You know, Akira Tozawa actually got a lot of offense in this one. That surprised me, but obviously it was a great way to pop the crowd. People were chanting for him, popping for everything he did. Can't think of a better underdog story. You know, Gunter, you got to face the GOAT. Can't think of a better underdog story. Wow. And props to Akira for actually giving me a chance. What shocked me though is that Akira Tozawa lost anyway, and after the match he got attacked. Gunter retreats once he saw Otis, but came back to finish him off. Finish him off might not be the right way to say it, you know? But you get what I'm trying to tell you. It's very good that I actually use screenshots, right? Now that I beat Akira Tozawa, I'm gonna finish off Otis. Just because. Women's Intercontinental Championship match. Really good. Again, people were loving it. Somewhat unpredictable because, again, I kinda saw Dakota Kai as possible first ever Intercontinental Champion. Enjoyed this match. Lyra won. Mutual respect. Okay, so I talked about the WWE ID Championships and I said that I don't want more titles in the WWE, but ID Championships being in WWE makes sense because it's not for the main roster. It doesn't matter, right? Like, you're not gonna see Roman Reigns with that championship, but then people said, well, the Great One, you said you want mid-card women's championships. So it does sound a little hypocritical, I'll admit. At this point, we have so many women in the WWE, obviously before they fired a bunch. It just makes sense. But I also remember saying we need one, not two right away. So far, I feel like WWE could do a better job. But as long as we're actually seeing these championships being defended, I'm fine with it. And, you know, we can have more women's storylines with championships. I actually prefer women's mid-card championships than tag team championships, right? And again, with the roster being so huge, it only makes sense. It's only fair for women to have these mid-card championships too. The fact, however, still remains both for men and women, the more championships you have, the less the other titles are prestigious. You know, let's be honest right here, I'm not complaining, I'm just saying Cody has the more important title. Well, let's be fair. Man, I'm really digging this Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn storyline. He talked about this unsanctioned match, about how he talked to Kevin's mother and he realized this is going too far. What is happening? That's the difference. We used to fight all the time, but family was never involved. That's the difference. Man, I just can't wait for the match. And I gotta tell you, man, Elimination Chamber looks packed. Absolutely amazing. Like, I was already excited about it, but now we have this match and we have The Rock appearing. All of a sudden, again, it feels like Road to WrestleMania, and I was really worried about this Mania. Still am, to a certain degree, but at least I'm excited. And I kind of feel like WWE should end this match in a clusterfuck, which will probably happen, and have this match again at WrestleMania. I mean, so far, I feel like the story is working. We got Braun Breaker versus Dominic Mysterio. Man, Braun Breaker is turning into my favorite wrestler, dude. Just an absolute machine. Now, unfortunately, the match ended in disqualification, with Braun Breaker still getting the upper hand. This dude is the future of the WWE, man. And again, in my previous video, I questioned whether there's this thing such as tweener, not a good guy, not a bad guy. And I still kinda stand by it because at the end of the day, you're either going to be in a rivalry against a babyface or a heel. That tells you whether you're a babyface or a heel. We have exceptions in rare cases, but I guess Braun Breaker is the closest thing to a tweener you could have. He's like a heel that the crowd actually love. And let's be fair right here. We're in the ring with Dominic Mysterio. Obviously, you're going to be the babyface. Cody talked about The Rock's offer, talked about his journey, his family, students, fathers, sacrifices, everything it took to get to that point. We see Seth Rollins, and he questions why Cody didn't reject The Rock's offer immediately, which is actually a pretty fair point. If you're such a good guy, just say no. Are you thinking about it, Cody? Are you actually thinking about it? Rollins reminds Rhodes of their battle against the Bloodline and warns him not to betray everything they fought for. Cody fires back, accusing Rollins of being judgmental and bringing up his past betrayal, such as, you know, Seth Rollins betraying the Shield. But he acknowledges Rollins' sacrifices, calling him the MVP of WrestleMania 40. Which was a beautiful moment. You know, the crowd showed respect to Seth Rollins. When you think about it, Seth Rollins is the reason why Cody is the WWE champion. Seth Rollins is the reason why Roman Reigns lost the championship. Rollins says, maybe I'm telling you all of this is because I don't want you to make the same mistakes. And he wants to face the real Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania 40, not a soulless version. Absolutely love this segment. And it's interesting because, like, obviously I'm like almost 100% sure Cody is not turning heel, but maybe there's a bigger plan. You know, the WrestleMania main event is so confusing to me because I feel like, okay, John Cena is winning, right? But is he? Maybe whatever is going to happen with The Rock and Cody at Elimination Chamber is going to change up the match. What about Paul Heyman's favor to CM Punk? I mean, logically, I just don't see Cody Rhodes turning heel. The most basic, predictable, boring scenario is Cody refusing, hitting Crossroads on The Rock, that's it. They kinda teased Austin Theory's babyface turn again once he actually yeeted with Jey Uso, and he wasn't the one getting super kicked. And it's about time. They already teased his face turn like 7 months ago, I believe. We were all convinced, okay, Austin Theory is turning babyface, and then it just stopped. But I like the idea of WWE still acknowledging, still following it up, because I saw something on NXT a couple of months ago. It doesn't seem like they completely abandoned the idea. Finally, we got the main event, WWE Women's Tag Team Championship match. I absolutely love the way WWE booked this because so many false finishes, which I know can get repetitive, but it really worked in this match, especially since it's a tag team match. You're kinda still protecting finishers. So much drama in this one. I literally had no idea who's gonna win this one. I also kinda dig the finish. Naomi got slammed into the ring post, and she sold it. She got pinned. Sometimes you need that. You know, it's supposed to hurt. I like that. So we have new WWE Women's Tag Team Champions, big pyro, big moment, very good match, really enjoyed it, but let me know in the comments below. Was it cheating? Like, slamming someone's head on the announce table will not cause the disqualification. Referee didn't see what was happening, but if he saw, would Raquel get disqualified? I guess it's because she wasn't the legal one in the match. So I guess we're getting a follow-up where they complain, well, we didn't actually lose, they cheated. While I don't necessarily care about the Judgment Day anymore that much, great match. That was your episode of Raw, people. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, the great one, peace, love, and hugs. It's been a pleasure.